Blues scale, key of G. Maybe start with a G chord. About a bar chord. Bar chords are good for playing in bars too. Like if you have your first finger laying flat across the 3rd fret, bring in middle, ring, and pinky. This is shaped like an E right here. We slide it up, add index, you got a G. It's a good place to start. So it's really good to hook your scale onto a chord. Let's check out the scale. How about skinny string? You can start different places. Today we'll start on the skinny string. 3rd fret, 1st string, 1st finger. That's a G. Then you go to A sharp at 6th fret, same string. Remember the A blues scale looked like this. This is going to be the same thing, only in G. That's what's cool about scales. Once you learn the shape, you just slide it up and down. Maybe we'll crank the amp up a little bit. So anyway, 1st finger, 2nd string, same thing. There's 4 notes. Sixth fret and 3rd fret. Those 4 notes sound really cool. 4 notes. Let's add another one. This is 3rd string, 6th fret. That is a C sharp. So you got G, A sharp, G. This is F, D, C sharp. Now go to C. Ring finger 5th fret and index finger 3rd fret is A sharp. And then your root note. That's G. We're in the key of G. That's why I had to hit a G chord. So you got that sound in your mind. And I like to bend this note just a little bit. It's a minor 3rd. If you raise it, it becomes a major 3rd. And the distance between them is really interesting. How it goes like minor and slowly becomes major. So don't be in too big of a rush with that bend. That note's really not in the blues scale, but let's throw it in a little bit. What you're doing is you're bending this minor 3rd up to sound like this note, which is B, which is found in your G chord. A lot more of a pleasant major note. It's, well, you know, I like unpleasant notes. That's your flatted 5th, the crazy note. And then you sort of make it all better when you put that nice polite major 3rd in there, which you can press down and hit or just bend into it. It's very interesting how it slurs into the major 3rd. Warms it up from dark and spooky to happy. And then the root. Let's go down to the next octave. This is our root, and this is called a dominant 7th, which is F, which is a really important part of the blues scale. Then you get down to a D, D flat or C sharp. That's your flatted 5th. Your C, and then your flatted 3rd, which we can also bend a little bit, which I like to do. and the root. Remember how we went? Well, let's check that again. Remember this, the G to F. Let's extend our scale out a little bit. So here's our low G. Let's extend it down to F. So we kind of add an extra big, low, crazy note to that scale, this low F, to a G, which sounds cool when you go. They're just notes. There's really nothing, mysterious about this. It's a pretty common thing just to find some notes, but we're classifying them as a scale. And it sounds great. It sounds more focused, and it gives you a pattern to work on. And it's a good, if you have to play a solo, what are you going to do? Maybe if you use a scale. I like to bend this note, which is the minor third, going up a whole step to like a major or a fourth, or it could go a half step to a minor third, or excuse me, major third. Second string, that's your F going up to a G. Third string. So don't make those bends too short. Make them a little bit long so they sound extra kind of big and tough and powerful and interesting when you make them slow. Like in a phrase, those could be passing notes trying to get to the root. So basically, you just sort of stumble around with those notes and make cool phrases. And then we extend it down to that low F. Let's extend a little bit higher. So you find little areas where you can bust up higher. That's a C. How about a C sharp, a D, an F, and a high G? So we took our scale and added some higher notes and one lower note. So sometimes I'll even play a note outside of the scale. That's okay. In fact, I could play a whole bunch of notes outside of the scale. Check it out. I'm going to go from G to G all the way. I don't think anybody would really notice or care. Nobody cares. I care. So you start, you can start low, work high, go down low, stay with 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes. Important thing is make little spaces after you play a phrase. Space. There you go. And don't forget to hook your chord in there a little bit of rhythm. the G scale was a lot like the A scale. And all the scales will follow the same pattern. Just slide them up or down the neck, and you can play in all 12 keys. It's great! Okay, I'm yelling. I better stop.